All right, Ricky Flex, time for the final segment of this episode. We have the trailer roundup featuring a highly anticipated Phase 5 MCU film. We're getting Wakanda Forever, right? In the next month from Marvel Studios, ending Phase 4. Finally, get us out of this phase. Let's get on with the multiverse saga. And guess what? We're getting Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. First look in this trailer, initial reactions seeing Kang.
They teased us the entire trailer with it, and they did it. They did it. This was a great trailer. You know when after you see the trailer, and like, hey, the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, iconic song, right? Elton John, but the remix and like that song is like in your head, but like the remix of it's in your head. The trailer is in your head. This trailer was also fantastic, very successful for a February Marvel release. Like, sign me up.
Woo!
This is this was
Woo!
this had the like for Kang, the next big bad in the MCU. You had the feels for, oh, this is a big movie for the next big bad. Like for an Ant-Man movie, it felt that. This was a good trailer.
It was a great trailer. I agree, Ricky Flex. A little nervous at the start of it. Felt too much like
Definitely.
the original Ant-Man movies. I was anticipating, okay, let's raise the stakes a little bit. You're getting Kang the Conqueror, you're getting the Kang Dynasty Avengers movie. Like this is where I was expecting, okay, let's put Ant-Man right in a movie that means a little bit more to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes, like you could say he connected Ant-Man and the Wasp to the events of Endgame, but like it was that one moment that really played an impact. It wasn't the entire movie. This is the first time we're seeing the big bad in his full form. And it's a variant of the character we saw in the season finale for Loki. Spoiler alert. So this is like the comic book version people were looking for when he's on top of that circle hoverboard thing and he has the full purple mask. He's got the blue face. He's got the sparkles coming out of his hands. I got chills. And then to hear like the stoic type of delivery he had, you could tell he's going through some pain. We could be looking at one of the great villainous performance in comic book movies, you know. And Jonathan Majors, we've already said how big of a fan we are of his work. I think he's more than up to this task, playing different variants of himself, different variations of this one character. It looks so different from what we got previously. It has me jacked. And it is a great song they used, right? Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. There seems to be this weird fascination, if you've paid attention, Ricky Flex and audience members, with The Wizard of Oz. We have like Loki, you have the He Who Remains, the initial variant. It seems like he's like the one pulling the strings in the background. There's this facade that he's putting on about what's going on with the TVA, but really it's him behind the curtain, just like Oz. Then you also have like Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone at the end, changing from colors. You got Judy Garland, like you had the red being used. You got Judy Garland singing in the background, and now we have this song being used. Just it seems like interesting. Maybe we're building up to something more here. Maybe there's a theme that we're going to catch on to sooner rather than later. The visuals also, I think, were spectacular. This is what you don't get typically in Ant-Man movies. It feels very generic in terms of the way it looks on screen. This felt anything but. The quantum realm looks incredible. It looks like you're getting some shades of what we saw in Loki, just a little more colorful, right? I was getting like Guardians of the Galaxy type of explosive moments, like backgrounds and that were in like that they're facing with the quantum realm, and then even Star Wars with the type of figures that we're seeing, the creatures that we're seeing. Like it feels large scale for Ant-Man, and it seems like Kang. It seems like worth it to have Kang in this Ant-Man movie, which I was nervous about.
Definitely. I also was, right? But and especially Jonathan Majors in a movie like this. But it looks like it's gonna work out. And it just go back to the visuals. I'm gonna hold my nose, or like I'm gonna wait to bear any judgment. Like Doctor Strange 2, I'm thinking of. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
wait.
hold my nose.
I
It might stink.
I'm not gonna say anything yet. I gotta see it on the big screen to weigh my prediction or weigh my thoughts there. But I agree with you so far, but I just don't really know if that's gonna be the case. So
Looks it looks a little trippy, like they're like the moments like where Ant-Man is running against a larger version of himself and the larger version's unraveling and falling on top of him. I'm like, whoa, like that is
And
kind of wild.
what's been a popular checkup subject here on the drive-in, VFX, visual effects, um, just the shortage of workers, the overworked workers there for Marvel specifically driving the shortage, driving the overworkage. I'm not like that's clearly played an effect here in phase 4. I'm not going to say anything until I see the product. But moving back to this, yeah, I think you can hit the nail on the head with the Wizard of Oz reference. They're clearly doing that, and it worked to a T. And I think that this trailer, along with Wakanda Forever, best trailers we've seen in phase 4. Best trailers we've seen in phase 4, much better than like a Shang-Chi or Doctor Strange 2, in my opinion. And yeah, like this is in February, 4 months away. Less than, to be honest, less than 4 months away.
Back-to-back awesome debut trailers, right? With
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever and Quantumania. And this was also a little bit different than what audiences got at Comic-Con with Quantumania. There was also hints at a rumor of that MODOK is going to appear, potentially featuring the return of Corey Stoll, who played Yellow Jacket in the first Ant-Man. The fact that he's not here, it shows me like, okay, maybe they got to get the VFX right? They got to make sure it looks okay before they just show it off to audiences. You don't want like a ugly Sonic type of situation going on right before this film's released, which is only in a few months now. February,
Oh,
get excited.
speaking of ugly Sonic, Tim Robinson cameo in this trailer.
He was in this?
No, hey, thanks Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah,
guy's, I
yeah.
think he should leave the focus group.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Unreal.
Yeah. Dude, it's all coming up for I think you should leave cast. It's all
And
coming
I
up
got it
here.
right. I said the name right. I
And
want that
like
on the
we just
record.
had what we just have. Don't worry, darling, right? And now we have this.
Right. Right.
Incredible. It's a huge time. Before you know it, Tim Robinson's gonna be playing Johnny Storm. uh now I could see him playing like a like the guy we got in Black Adam, like the fat guy who was like, the
Yeah.
someone who was like not the hero but like supported the heroes. That could be him. I could see him doing that
Yeah.
in a Marvel show.
Yeah.
Also Bill Murray. Bill Murray's in this, bro.
Yeah. He looks good, as in like himself and the costume. Like, looks good.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
He looks like he is spent quite the amount of time in the quantum realm. Looks like he's like a high status person, almost like an elite in the quantum
You
realm.
got Jeff Goldblum vibes from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, 100%. Good pull, Ricky Flicks. Good pull. And he seems to have some type of connection. He seems to have some type of connection with Janet Van Dyne, Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
And keep your head on a swivel.
I
don't know.
It's Michael Douglas. The guy was Gordon Gekko. He'll be all right.
Yeah,
the guy only played investment bankers through the 80s and 90s. He'll be okay.
Seen that guy's hair?
Legend.
All right. Any other final thoughts on this trailer before we close out this episode?
Hey, you got Wakanda Forever in 2.5 weeks. And then, hey, before you know it, Quantumania is here. It's literally around the corner.
Yeah, like it's gonna sneak up on you, especially with the holiday season.
This trailer snuck up on us,
and like I can't wait to see more Kang in the future trailers. Maybe we get the MODOK look. I think that's a guarantee going on. Maybe we get some background on Bill Murray's character. This is like an exciting project for basically strictly the Ant-Man team, right? The squadron. And we didn't even bring up like Cassie Lang as a part of this now too. And she's like the reason that they're there in the first place. The role's been recast. Interested to see what she brings to the table. It seems like it's also playing into this theme of the multiverse saga, building up the Young Avengers. She will be a part of that squad soon. Her alongside Kate Bishop, Yelena Belova. It seems not even Yelena Belova, but like Kate Bishop's going to be something they're building towards. All right, that's going to do it for the Quantumania trailer roundup, and that's going to do it for this episode 162. Make sure that if you're wherever you're listening right now, follow us: Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you listen. Make sure you rate us 5 stars, leave a review. If you leave us a review, we'll shout you out on the podcast and read it out loud, so make it funny. Also, make sure you're following us on all of our social channels at The Drive-In Pod on Twitter and Instagram. If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure you like the video, you comment, and you subscribe. If you comment, we'll comment back. That's going to do it for 162, for Ricky Flex and Dr. O. Until next time, we will smell ya.